My name is Alfred H. Weber. I'm an American Jew.
This is a Jewish story. It begins on August 5th, 2003, in a meeting at Yad Vashem, my place of work. Brigadier General Ido Nehushtan of the IDF would command an 8-day mission for IDF officers to Poland and Kiev in a project called Witnesses in Uniform. He came to the school to give a briefing to the guides on the mission. The general told us that during a ceremony at Auschwitz-Birkenau, 3 Israeli F-15s would fly over the complex in a symbolic gesture, our victory of return. On September the 13th, 1944, 102 American B-24 Liberators had bombed the IG Farben plant at the Auschwitz-Buna-Monowitz complex. The timing of our trip was significant. In preparation for this trip, I asked my wife Steffi, who also works at Yad Vashem, if she could find an American Jewish aviator who had taken part in the bombing mission 59 years earlier. She soon had the first leads. The 15th Army Air Force, the 464th Bomber Group of B-24 Liberators. In their mission log, she found the following entry. September 13th, 1944. Auschwitz, Poland. Synthetic oil and rubber plant. Over the internet, Steffi found their reunion page and pictures of the men of the 464th. A further search gave us a phone number for Tony Schneider of York, Pennsylvania, a former commander of the group and one of the reunion organizers. I asked him if he remembered any flight personnel that were Jewish. Tony gave me 2 names. I dialed the first number and asked to speak to Bill Weisberger. As an officer, he served as both a navigator and a bombardier. His wife Phyllis, who answered the phone, informed me that her husband had passed away only a year ago. Phyllis offered her help in finding someone who had served with Bill. She gave me the number of another Jewish airman who had flown with her husband. That evening I called Al Weber, a former flight engineer and gunner. Even after 60 years, his memory was as sharp as if it had all happened yesterday. Al sent pictures of himself as a young airman and his plane, as well as a personal message that would be read to the Israeli officers during the flyover on September 4th. On August 24th, Brigadier General Amir Eshel, the commander of the flyover, came to Yad Vashem and met with Avner Shalev, the chairman of the Yad Vashem Directorate. Yad Vashem provided 21 pages of testimony of Jews that were murdered in Auschwitz-Birkenau exactly 60 years earlier, on September 4th, 1943. Although the transport originated in Drancy, France, Jews that were born in Turkey, Poland, Algeria, Greece, Czechoslovakia, as well as in France, were all on that transport. Amir would carry these pages of testimony with him in the cockpit of the lead F-15 during the flyover. These same names would be read during the ceremony on the ground at Birkenau. On August 25th, at a staff meeting in Tel Aviv, I read a 1-page condensed version of Al's letter prepared by my wife. It is amazing to me that 60 years after the fact, those not even born at the time want to hear my story. I'm 82, going on 83 years old, writing to you of exploits that are all too quickly being forgotten. The missions, the planes that were shot down, the deaths of brave men, really boys who became men fast, the bombing, and all of the people involved in ridding the world of this evil that cost so many lives. You must see that it will never happen again. Now it's up to you. The room was silent. Ido broke the silence by saying, "We have to bring this man with us to Poland." Thursday, August 28th, an Air Force base in central Israel, the F-15 Eagle. Lefko. His grandfather was a pilot in the Austro-Hungarian Air Force during World War I. This saved his father's family in Budapest during the Holocaust. Shimshon, a reserve pilot. He was named after an uncle that was murdered in the Lodz ghetto. Brigadier General Amir Eshel, the commander of the Air Force base and the flyover mission.
אל נא תאמר הנה דרכי האחרונה, את אור היום הסתירו שמי העננה, זה יום נחשפנו לו עוד יעל ויבוא, ומצעדנו עוד יראים אנחנו פה. זה יום נחשפנו לו
מדובר על יגדי חולים, אנחנו פה במחרבות וייסורים, ובאשר טיפת דמנו שם נגרע, הלא ינום עוד עוז רוחנו בגבורה. ובאשר טיפת דמנו שם נגרע, הלא ינום עוד עוז רוחנו בגבורה.
השחר על יומנו אור יהל, אם הצורר יחלוף גמולנו כמו צל, אך אם חלילה...
11:50 a.m. Takeoff of the three F-15s. Mission, Radom, Poland, to participate in an air show commemorating the 85th anniversary of the Polish Air Force. September 3rd, 2003. Al Weber in Radom, Poland.
How is your feeling to be here today?
Very inspiring, very informative, and some things are the same that never change, and everything is different yet. So this is like conflicting thoughts. I remember, well, I'm talking about 60 years ago, and to find some things the same now is remarkable. And this, like I said before now I get in and out of the jet, the war would be over. That's how long it takes me. And we used to creep into a bomber in about 30 seconds. And well, it comes with age, you know. And this whole trip is, to me, is the most remarkable thing that's happened in my lifetime. I never expected to be around at this time and to go and be shown all these remarkable machines and remarkable men, right? And it's very inspiring.
That evening, Al Weber spoke to the officers of the IDF mission about his World War II experiences.
My lifetime was a lot, but this is like a miracle. I mean, for me to be standing here and my wife to be sitting here and listening to me is a very emotional thing. And standing before you people makes it even more so. And for Ephraim to find me, and for General Ito to invite me, and for General Amir to entertain me yesterday, they let me into an F-15, but you wouldn't want to see me fly it. and to find a survivor, Itzik, of what has happened, truly, if somebody wrote a script like this, it would be very hard to believe. I mean, here I am, I was 20 years old,